Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up, gold carriers? This is your girl, Lamisha Nicole, your favorite money mindset coach. But today, I want to dive into Psalm 23. You know, we use the Psalm 23 method over here to practice walking in the blessing and understanding how kingdom wealth works. Because out in the world, they teach a different way of gaining wealth. They have a dark system that they abide by. But over here, we use the blueprint straight from the Bible. And so, some time ago, the Lord had revealed to me how it's all about resting in His promise. And I found the promise in Psalm 23. So, over these next few days, I want to share with you each verse and really dig it a little deeper into what it means to walk in kingdom wealth and the blessing of Abraham, as well as rest. So while you're receiving rest, that's like reaping where you haven't sown. While you're receiving rest, you are also walking in the blessing of Abraham. And so you have everything that you need and you lack nothing. So let's start with Psalm 23, verse 1. Now, there's two parts to the verse. There's A and B. So let's do verse 1A. Psalm 23, verse 1A. The Lord is my shepherd. So here is one line of the verse. Now, what does that actually mean? What is a shepherd's care? A shepherd's care is understanding who sheep are and what it is that they do. Sheep are able to recognize their shepherd. And shepherds care for sheep, and that means they have ownership of them. Care for sheep means ownership of them. So when you care for them, they're yours. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to say, I am like a sheep under God's care. I belong to Him. That's what I want you to say one more time. I am like a sheep under God's care. I belong to Him. That's what I want you to think about when you read. The Lord is my shepherd. Okay. Next line. I shall not want. And some versions will say, I lack nothing. What is this exactly when referring to sheep and shepherd's care? Well, I'm glad you asked. Sheep may wander off in search of greener pastures. And so without the care of the shepherd, sheep are going to wander and find something else. They're going to be like, oh, well, there's greener grass over here. A stray sheep becomes easy prey for predators. Can you imagine caring for sheep and then you lose one? There's a scripture that talks about that, because with the Lord being our shepherd, when one wanders off, He will go and find that one. He will leave the 99 to go and find the one and bring them back into the fold. And so there's so much imagery with sheep, shepherd's care, and the Lord all over scripture, because that is one way for us to identify how much we're actually cared for by the Lord. I want you to say this with me. God meets my deepest need. God meets my deepest need. And so, when saying this while reading I Shall Not Want, and saying, I am like a sheep under God's care, I belong to him, while reading, the Lord is my shepherd, you are actually putting something out in the atmosphere that is helping your belief system on the inside understand that you will never go without. In the kingdom, you'll never go without. But even if you didn't understand kingdom, as a believer, you understand how the Lord is our shepherd. We are the sheep of his green pasture. And we shall never go without, because he will always meet our deepest needs. There's another scripture in the Bible that shares how there are birds in the air, there are other creatures on earth who go out and look for everything that they need, and they will never go without. They have to do this every single day. How much more will us as humans, whom the one whom he made in his image? You know, he didn't make the other creatures in his image. I don't remember reading that part. He didn't make the animals and the crawling, creepy, crawly creatures in his image. He made humans in his image. It says he made male and female. I want to say this at 123. It's in Genesis 1. He made male and female in his image. So how much more will he not want to dismiss us? He's not going to dismiss us and have us go without. So I'm hoping and praying that this is actually helping you to understand how much he actually cares for you. Little old you. You're like, little old me, little old you. Until next time. Ciao.